What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about AMC GME as well as the overall broader market. So today AMC was up for 14.34% for the day. It had a high of $11.88. The average volume on AMC is around 49.54 million, but today's volume was around 53.46 million. So today was a very good day for both AMC as well as GME. We were both in the green, super duper green. Today we had the Fed meeting, and like what they have been saying in the past, that's what exactly is the same thing they said today. And we were already in an oversold market. And I've been mentioning this thing from past couple of days that we might have found in bottom. And that's what happened today. Everything started going up. We can't be 100% sure that this is going to be a bottom, but I personally believe that this thing is going to go up from here onwards. The SPY, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, and even many other stocks which have been beaten down really badly, like Tesla. Now, like I said, GameStop and AMC will be the two stocks we're going to have the maximum return coming in if the overall broader market started going up. So that's what happened today. Now, GameStop was up for 29.19% for the day. It had a high of $115.47. The average volume on GameStop is around 4.58 million, but today's volume was around astonishingly 9.10 million. This is just completely amazing. I've been already telling you that GameStop was in an absolute oversold state. Now, when we talk in terms of the fundamental of this company and then we compare the price action, it doesn't match up, but that's what the stock is all about. I personally believe tomorrow and day after tomorrow as well, we're going to have a super solid green days in GME. The option flow has completely changed in GameStop. Now, when we come over to the SPY was up for 0.88% for the day. It had a high of $399.45. So there was not much of a big movement coming into the SPY, but I personally believe we might be experiencing some sort of upper momentum into the SPY for at least a couple of weeks before we have the next CPI number coming out, or any Fed member is going to be super hawkish on the overall broader market. Then only we're going to experience some sort of a downtrend. But I personally believe it, just in my opinion, this is not a financial advice, that we might have found a bottom and we're going to go up from here onwards. Now let's come over to the options flow for the AMC. I have increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. All the whales were onto the downside. They are buying this $90 put option that's going to expire in 239 days, and they were bidding a huge amount of money. It's over $1 million bets that were coming in AMC, and they were all betting that the AMC will keep going down from here onwards. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the retail and the mini whales were doing, again all of them are on to the downside. There were hardly any call buying that is happening on AMC, which is very surprising. These investors are basically buying leap put option, which means they are giving a lot of time for themselves for the stock price to keep going down. But these $90 put were extremely suspicious. Now I personally believe we might find some sort of upward momentum coming into AMC, but by looking at the option flow, it seems to be like a lot of investors are just completely bearish on this stock. They're not expecting any kind of upward momentum coming into the AMC. Now when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, these are basically the retail investors and they are betting onto the call side. Now when I bring down the premium quite a bit, then only I have found some sort of a call buying happening into the AMC. But majority of them are onto the downside. They are betting quite a bit of money towards the downside. They are taking heavy bets. You can see this $16 put option came in. These are leap option they are buying, and they are all betting towards the downside, which is a little bit surprising for me. The kind of pump that we had today could be fake, but in my personal opinion, if the GameStop has gone up to 25%, if the market maker let it happen, then I personally believe we have found a bottom and we're gonna go up from here onwards. Now let's come over to the options flow for the GameStop. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. You can see it for yourself. The option flow has completely changed. Majority of the investors have gone to the upside and they are all buying call options. Now when I bring up the put to call ratio, you can see it for yourself. Now 81.8% is onto the call side and 18.2% is on the put side. The volume has gone extremely bullish. It's 84.5%, and the premiums are extremely high. On the call side, it's 85%. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly small retail are doing, majority of them again are on to the upside. They are all betting that the GameStop will keep going up from here onwards. That's pretty good to see that a lot of retail investors are having a pretty bullish sentiment towards the GameStop. they are all betting that the GameStop is going to keep going up from here onwards. Now, if I bring down the premium a little bit more and see what exactly the smaller retail are doing, again, the option flow has completely changed. They are all betting towards the upside and they are very convinced that the GameStop will be keep going up from here onwards. That's a very bullish sentiment coming towards the GameStop. That is something to be very excited about because we're going to see some sort of aggressive momentum coming into the GameStop. The option flow has completely flipped. Till yesterday it was all put buying that was happening in the GameStop, but today the things have changed quite a lot. Now the investors are buying call options and they are betting that the GameStop will keep going up from here onwards. The rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options flow for the GameStop. Now let's come over to the option flow for the SPY. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Majority of the whales are onto the upside. Now when I bring up the put to call ratio, we can see it's almost 50-50, the put side and the call side, though the volume has definitely been keeping up on the put side, but the premium are getting higher and higher onto the call side. So if you sell some call options, premium that you're going to get by selling those call options is going to be higher than the put options. But by looking at the options flow, I can tell you there are quite a lot of investors, those who are actually betting that the SPY will keep going up from here onwards. Though today we didn't saw any kind of a aggressive momentum coming into the SPY. The SPY has been in this range yesterday's as well. There is not much of a big move that's been coming in this SPY. I personally believe we are going to go up from here onwards. Even yesterday as well, when I was checking at the options flow, there were quite a bit of call buying that was happening just right at the market close. And like I mentioned, that we might have found a bottom, and I was myself was waiting for this Fed meeting today, how they're going to present this meeting. They could be a little bit hawkish. Just from my past experience, I know how this was going to be playing out because we were in a very oversold state and we were waiting for a bounce to be happening. I knew it yesterday itself that we're going to have some sort of a upward momentum. And like I mentioned in my previous videos as well, that the GameStop and the AMC are the only two stocks which are going to experience the majority of the upward momentum coming into these two stocks. Now, when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, again, they are also on to the upside. These are just right after the market close. There were a lot of call buying that was happening. Still, there is a lot of bearish flow coming into the SPY. These individuals are buying 22 to 50 days expiration and they are all betting that the SPY will keep going down from here onwards. Now the thing comes down to this, that we have been experiencing these kind of a little bounce coming into the stock market, but my main indication towards the upside is from the GameStop. If the GameStop has gone up 25%, I am pretty confident we have definitely found a bottom and we're gonna go up from here onwards. As from the last couple of weeks, we have been getting these kind of a bounces just for one day and then the things started going back towards the downside. But the main indication on those downsides were aftermarket itself. The market started having a quite a bit of sell off. But by looking at the aftermarket right now, there is not big amount of sell off that is happening in the SPY. And even like I said, GameStop is a big indication towards the bottom. Now we're gonna head towards the upside. We don't know how high we're gonna go on the GameStop. We just have to wait and see how this is gonna play out. Just in my personal experience, we have found a bottom and we're gonna go up from here onwards. And the rest, by looking at the options flow, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of it. Hope so. You like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers.